Hi, my name is Josh Fyfe, and I'm working at the Ministry of Environment. I'm in the Statistics and Geospatial team. And that team is responsible for the state of environment reporting that the Ministry does. And I'm responsible, or semi-responsible for the biodiversity indicators that we report on. That's it.
Ben.
You're fired, Ben. Oh, you pressed the wrong button now. Whoa. Just press the space bar.
Try that.
The next slide's not that exciting anyway. It's just about the overview about what I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to briefly go over what the National Reporting Program, National Environmental Reporting Program objectives are, and that's where our state of environmental reporting work comes out of. Just gloss over the national environmental indicators and then just spend a bit more time talking about biodiversity indicators. Okay, so we've got, these are some of our objectives. The main one is to provide accessible and high quality information, so to present a national picture of the environment to decision makers and policy makers. We're also required to meet international reporting obligations in regards to the OECD performance reviews and things like that. We also try to support environmental reporting by other agencies and organisations. We quite often provide data to other groups for their environmental reporting and offer peer-reviewed comments on that as well. We also try and work towards improving the overall quality of environmental reporting data by producing, or one of the main ways we do that is by producing national guidelines and good practice guidance documents. We also hold 6 monthly environmental reporting forums. We get people to do those to have a chat about topics of the day and they can be quite good as well. Okay, so one of our biggest pieces of work, one of the first pieces of work that came out of our National Environmental Reporting Program was the Environment New Zealand 2007 report, which was one of our comprehensive state of environment reports. And that report was based on 22 indicators, and those 22 indicators covered 10 different domains. Each of those indicators have a number of different variables to help inform the indicator. So these are the first 4 indicators, and these cover off our pressures indicators. So we've got consumption, transport, energy and waste. On the next slide we've got the next 6 domains, over this one on, which is air, atmosphere, land, freshwater, oceans, and biodiversity. And so just talking a little bit more about the biodiversity indicators. So we've got 2 indicators, one's native land cover and the other one's indicator species. There's 3 variables for native land cover. We've got the area of native land cover, the area of native land cover under legal protection, and the area of native land cover by the Land Environment New Zealand, otherwise known as LENZ classes. So the area of native land cover, at the moment we're using land cover database to report on this. And the last time we reported on this variable was in the Environment New Zealand 2007 report. I found that approximately 13.3 million hectares of New Zealand's land cover, or just over half of it, is a native land cover. And in that Environment New Zealand report, we compared it back to RCDB1 and found that over 16,000 hectares of native land cover was lost between the 1996 and 2002 period. Okay, so it's great, we've got all this native land cover, so how much of it is legally protected? This is where the second variable comes in. We collect legally protected land information from DOC, QE2, Ngā Whenua Rāhui and regional councils. Combine that with the previous variable, and we found out in the recently updating this variable and combining it with native land cover information. Preliminary results show that about 8.8 million hectares of New Zealand is legally protected, and of that, about 8.4 million is native land cover. One limitation to this variable is that it currently lacks the land protected by district and city council. And I'll talk about that a bit later on. Okay, so the next variable is the area of native land cover by the Land Environment New Zealand or LENZ classes. How LENZ works is that it classifies areas with similar ecological characteristics and maps them as environments across New Zealand. It does this by looking at factors that could influence the distribution of species, such as landform, soil, and climate. And the way that LENZ does this, LENZ can be considered as a surrogate for the likely pre-human distribution of ecosystems and its associated biodiversity. So by combining the native land cover information, we've got the 20 different LENZ environments down here. currently make up the names of them. So you've got 0% here and 100% over here. So by combining the native land cover, we can find out, as you see, these whole bars, which one is the most native land cover. So you've got ones like the Southern Alps, which have got almost 100% native land cover. You've got these smaller, much smaller land cover, about 5%, and that's sort of western and southern North Island lowlands. So this sort of shows that which environments and the associated biodiversity with it is at risk. So we can take that risk, look at that risk a little bit further and combine the information from the previous variable about legally protected land. I'm not sure you can really make it out, but these blue and red bars sort of show how much of that environment which is remaining in that land cover is left is legally protected. And so we can sort of look at the changes over time as well, because when we last compared that variable about legally protected land was in 2006. And you can see these small little red bits here on the bars, and they represent the new legally protected land since 2009. So you can sort of see where the newly protected land areas have gone, and it also sort of shows where we could probably, which we would like to think that will help influence where we should be focusing on protecting, what environments we should be focusing on protecting land in. Okay, so that covers off the native land cover indicator. The other one we've got is the indicator species. Basically, for this one, we map the distribution of these species, and we look at those changes over time. So we've got 7 indicator species: lesser short-tailed bat, kiwi, kaka, kokako, the mohoa, ribel, and dactylanthus. Basically, we use that as by comparing the distribution of these species over time, we sort of use it as an indicator of the change in the quality of the native habitats. And when we last reported this variable, which was in Environment New Zealand 2007, all these species, the general trend was a decrease in the distribution since the 1970s and pre-human times. So that pretty much covers off our indicators that we report on. We also provide some supporting information on threatened species, threatened environments, the distribution of wetlands, and pest management, and weed distribution as well. So this is coming back to the point about that legally protected land information, that information, areas protected by district and city councils. It's quite important information that we'd like to include somehow. A survey conducted in 2007 found that approximately 85,000 hectares of protected land is missing, and that's the amount of land that's protected by these city and district councils. And that's considered an underestimate, because only 2/3 of the city and district councils responded to that survey. And that sort of seems, some might consider a small number. It's about 1% of what's protected at the moment, but it's thought that a lot of that would be in those areas would be in the threatened environments. So knowing, having that land in the data set for the analysis would be quite useful. So if anyone's got any ideas on how that can be coordinated, so that each council has it as in geospatial information and readily available, and I'll be very happy to hear from you. It's my email address there if anyone's got any ideas. And hopefully maybe something about it will come up in the workshops today, some solutions.
Hold the check.
Check. Okay. Yeah. So I'm on the next slide if you want to know any further information about the environmental reporting program, or check out some of our applications about other indicators. There's some websites. Thanks.
Just Lynette just tells me that when I mentioned the species distributions that we created through this EDI process, that some of that information actually went to Josh to actually do the reporting on the different species.
We did those next.
I just want to highlight that, those kind of national distributions, like they get used in a variety of places for national reporting.
Yeah, I guess that's the important point as well. That a lot of our team's work isn't actually we collect data, but we don't actually do monitoring. Like we rely heavily on other organisations such as DOC and regional councils and things like that to be able to report on those indicators.